On this day, in 2018, the world's oldest message in a bottle was found. How old was it? What did it say? Who is it from? This video will answer all of your questions. So, Tonya and Kim Illman were walking along a beach on Wedge Island in Western Australia when the bottle in question caught their eye. Nestled amongst some rubbish, it was an old gin bottle that Tonya thought would look nice on her bookshelf. So, tipping the contents into their hand, they found what looked like a rolled up cigarette inside. They tried to untie the string around the paper, but it was too fragile, so they took it home and they dried it out in the oven for a few minutes. When they saw the date on the document, they thought it must have been a fake. This letter was from the 12th of June 1886. It was 132 years old. So what was the message? Well, the message in a bottle had come from a ship called the Paula. It had been jettisoned in the Indian Ocean as the ship travelled from Cardiff to Indonesia, and it was part of a research project into shipping routes and currents. The document was from the Deutsche Seewart in Hamburg, which was the German Maritime Observatory. It had got the date on it, the name of the ship that it had come from, and it got its departure and arrival port written on it. The note asked whoever found it to report to the nearest German embassy to tell them where and when they had found the note. Tonya and Kim Illman, they didn't report to the German embassy. That was because, unfortunately, the German Maritime Observatory stopped existing 73 years prior to them finding it. So experts at the Western Australian Museum, though, they were able to look at the Paula's ship's journal, and they found that, this bottle had been logged, so it was genuine. Thousands of similar bottles have been thrown from ships between 1864 and 1933 as part of this research project, and only 662 messages were ever returned. The last one was found in Denmark in 1934. Experts said that the bottle had probably landed on the Australian coastline within 12 months of being thrown into the sea, and it had likely just been buried in sand all this time. It blows my mind to try and wrap my head around old things having existed so long. Like, all of the things that happened around that bottle whilst it just laid there buried on the beach. I think it's still on display at the Western Australian Museum in Perth. If you've seen it, let us know. Have you ever written a message in a bottle? Oh, have you ever found one? Oh, that'd be exciting. I'd love to, but I think we're already throwing so much rubbish into the sea. It feels a bit wrong to do so, doesn't it now? Anyway, thank you for watching. Why not subscribe? And I'll see you tomorrow.